Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and the Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, bishops and elders of Great Millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, ready to accept or not. And a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Aqua who are listening and learning, Ifu sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from GMS Orlando Camp, coming at you another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another day of edification. Lord willing to be edified. So I'm going to tie this lesson. You have to qualify. And that title, I heard Apostle Har in a lesson that he did last week. He mentioned that to understand the truth, you have to qualify. You have to qualify to understand. And though you got these heathens, because the scriptures say if they don't want to hear the message from the prophets, let them be to thee as a heathen man or a publican. So 2/3 of our people are heathens because they won't listen to the message, right? And the scriptures say after the first and second admonition, right, avoid them, right? After they have been warned twice or thrice, avoid them, man. But 2/3 of our people are heathen. The Lord said it. They are heathens. So I tell you in Daniel 12:10 that only the wise will understand the words of the Lord. Only the wise will understand these parables. Right? As Apostle House said, you have to qualify for this, man. Now we was going into it last night. I kind of been going into it a little more lately. In Psalm 78, the Lord say he opened his mouth in parables and dark sayings. When you read that chapter, like 1 through 8, 1 through 10, the Lord said the parables of the Lord is to the house of Israel. We read it last night at camp. And the Lord told our forefathers, told our fathers to teach them to their children, and their children would teach it to their children every generation, right? So, as it said in Daniel 12:10, only the wise will understand. We understand, but Jake can't get it. It's simple. We understand the reason that 2/3 of our people can't get it is because these parables is not meant for everybody. And the brother had read in 2nd Ezra. It said that 2nd Ezra, what is that? I think it's 14. Matter of fact, let me see. Because that's what Ezra said. The Lord handed him a cup as it was full of water. And as it was water, but the color of it was like fire. So let me double check just to be sure. I think it's 2nd Ezra 14 though. Yeah. So in this chapter, as the brother was reading, when these men was writing these scripts, it say, verse 47, it said, this is for them. It said, for them is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom. Let me read it. This is 2nd Ezra 14. In 38 it reads, and the next day, behold, a voice called me, saying, Ezra, open thy mouth and drink that I give thee to drink. Then opened I my mouth, and behold, he reached me a full cup, which was full, as it were, with water, but the color of it was like fire. And I took it and drank, and when I had drunk of it, my heart uttered understanding, and wisdom grew in my breast, for my spirit strengthened my memory, and my mouth was open and shut no more. The highest gave understanding unto the 5 men, and they wrote the wonderful visions of the night that were told, which they knew not. Because it's for us to understand now, man. As the apostles go into this over and over, when they was writing these visions, they didn't understand them, man. Okay? Daniel, John, when the prophets wrote these visions down, they didn't understand them. Because it's for us now. It say, and they sat 40 days, and they wrote in the day, and at night they ate bread. As for me, I spake in the day, I held not my tongue by night. And that's why I tell you in Psalms 19 and 2, day unto day uttereth speech, night unto night show of knowledge. Verse 44, in 40 days they wrote 204 books. And it came to pass, when the 40 days were filled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written published openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. Okay? So you got the worthy and the unworthy reading our letters, man. And they don't understand these letters. Just like Peter said about Paul in 2 Peter 3 and 16. Because everybody want to jump straight to the New Testament, not even understanding the Old Testament, man. And Yahushua said that. Peter said it. Yahushua said it. Let me read it. So it say, let's finish this. It say, and it came to pass when the 40 days were filled, that the highest spake, saying, the first that thou hast written, published openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. You see, for in them is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. And I did so. That stream of knowledge is what? John 7:38, right? He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his mind, out of his heart, out of his belly, shall flow rivers of living water. So, you got the worthy and the unworthy reading these letters, but only the wise will understand. It just said it. Again, it said, 2 Ezra 14 and 46, but keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. So the only one that's going to understand these letters is the wise. Let's read that real quick in Daniel. And the more and more the days pass, and the Lord increase our wisdom, our understanding, the more and more we understand these letters, man. We know that these are our letters. This is Daniel 12 and 10. It reads, it say, many shall be purified and made white. Right? That it just said itself. Many shall be purified and made white. To be made white means you have been purified. You have been tried and refined. Many shall be purified and made white. That's that separation. To be holy and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. And that's what Ezra just said, 2 Ezra 14 and 46. The Lord say, the 70 last, deliver that to them that be wise, man. So it makes sense that everybody ain't gonna understand these parables. Because in Psalm 78, the Lord told our forefathers to teach them to us, man, to Israel, these dark sayings. these parables, these allegories. And that's why I tell you in Job 8 to search out thy fathers, man. That's in Job 8, starting at verse 8. It's also in Deuteronomy 32. Matter of fact, let's get that Deuteronomy 32. It's Deuteronomy 32 and 7. It reads, remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations, ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. But now you got men that's coming against the elders, man. These are the ones, these are the great men that Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua set up, man. So these mysteries, these allegories, these parables, these dark sayings, it's only for Israel. And inside of Israel, it's only for the elect, man. Because the Lord told our father in Psalm 78, and I'm going to keep bringing it out. The Lord told our father to teach Israel these parables. So when a two-third person don't understand, maybe a family member or associate, if they don't get it, man, if they can't get it, as Apostle Haas said last week, they don't qualify, man. You have to qualify. This is John 4. This is John 4 and 23, it reads. It say, but the hour cometh, and now is. This is when Yahushua was talking to the woman at the well. You can go read the whole chapter. He was telling that heathen woman that this ain't for her. This ain't for heathens. This is John 4 and 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. Okay? The true worshipers, man. Who are the true worshipers? The wise. The wise are the people, man. The Lord told Ezra, this is for the wise of the people. Okay? It say, the worthy and the unworthy. Right? Well, amongst them, that's only the wise. Them that qualify through Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man. And now we understand more. It all makes sense. This is Titus chapter 1 and 13, it reads. Titus 1 and 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate, man. These people don't understand. They think they do, but what they're doing is going about, as it said in Romans 10, to establish their own righteousness, man. They don't understand the Lord, man. And you got people, and it's always Jake, heathens too, but it's mostly Jake, man. Now the Messiah, Yahushua plainly said in Matthew 10, he told the apostles, well, they were the disciples at the time, don't go to the Gentiles, man. Don't go to no heathens. Go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right? So then, you got these wacky Christians, like Vocab Malone and friends, want to jump to Romans and Galatians and Philippians and Ephesians and Revelations, and now it applies to the whole world. Like the whole world. But the Lord said don't go to the heathens. So what we are finding out, which I mention it often, our peoples are hypocrites, man. 2/3 of Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians are hypocrites. Because here it is, the Messiah, Yahushua, saying, out of his own mouth, don't go to no Gentiles. But then Paul went to the Gentiles. In Galatians 1, Paul said that Yahushua taught him personally, man. Okay? In Galatians 1. So if Yahushua told the 12 apostles, don't go to the heathens, he told Paul to do something different. So he told the apostles, don't go to no heathens, no Gentiles, but he told Paul to go to the heathen, to the Gentiles. Come on, man. But we understand. And that's why more and more I understand when the Apostle Paul say, I ain't mad at you. Because they don't understand, man. These are parables. They are parables, man. And these parables is not for the world. Clearly the scriptures say, when you go to James 1:1, it said to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, greeting. Because these are letters. Why does it say greeting? Because these are letters, man. These letters was written and shipped out to Israel. But now you got some people that want to come to Israel's mailbox and grab their letters out the mailbox and start reading them and say, oh, this applies to me too. No, it doesn't. But again, teach these things to the wise of the people. Because 2/3 don't understand, man. Heathens definitely don't understand. The Lord said, none of the wicked shall understand, man. So you got some, man. But it's beautiful because the Lord said this. In Matthew, let's get this. In Matthew 11. This is Matthew 11:25, and it reads, at that time, Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. So, the wise and prudent of this world is them that coming with that worldly knowledge, or they either went to some theological seminary, right? Some theologian school. Now they want to, no, the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Yahushua said he revealed it to babes, man. Okay? These babes are the babes of Israel. Romans 11:7 say, let's read it. This showing you in itself, Paul saying in Romans 11 that this is only for Israel. And in the midst of so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, 12 tribes of Israel, it's only for the wise of them. Let's read that. This is Romans 11:7. It reads, what then? Question mark. Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. How was the rest blinded? The Lord said in 2 Ezra 14 that the worthy and unworthy may read it. Right? The only one's going to understand it is the worthy. Like Apostle House said again, you have to qualify, man. And it's all through, as we brought out last night too, in Matthew 19:27, Peter asked the Lord, what shall we have therefore? We forsook everything. Yahushua said, ye that follow me, right? In the regeneration, okay? Ye that follow me in the regeneration. So, as it said in Titus 3:5, right? It said the washing of regeneration. The Lord saved, the Lord blessed, showed mercy over and over. This is those same men. These are those same men, those same women, over and over that keep coming back in the reincarnation, man. These are the wise that keep coming back over and over and over. They're gonna keep obtaining the knowledge, man. Okay? The election have obtained it, but the rest were blinded. We don't know who the elect is, but it says this. When you go to 1 Corinthians, right? 1 Corinthians 1:26. It reads, "For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called." So it's a calling. Okay? Kanye West and Kyrie Irving wasn't called, man. Nick Cannon, this guy, say he a Reubenite, Waka Flocka, right? He wasn't called. Chingy, say he from the tribe of Judah. He wasn't called. Kodak Black, right? Kendrick Lamar. The Lord ain't called them. Now, we don't know, anything can happen later, but as of right now, they wasn't called, man. But the Lord gave you the Spirit. So that means the Lord called you. Nobody know if you chosen, but we have been called for the moment, man. That's the separation. That's the difference. And the Lord said in Luke 12:51, he come not to bring peace, but division, man. He came to bring division. So there's a division, there's a separation of the hopeful elect in 2/3, man. Again, the worthy and the unworthy. So it say, "For you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called." Because the Lord is calling who? Babes, man. He ain't calling super deep wise. And this is our Philippians. Read this. This is Philippians 3. I just want to read this point here. This is Philippians 3. Lock you. Bear with me for a second. So Philippians 3 and verse 14, I want to read this point. It reads, "I press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling of power in Hamashiach Yahushua." So Paul said he pressed towards the mark of the high calling. So you have to be called first and foremost. Again, as Apostle Tahar said, you have to qualify, man. You have to qualify. So Lord got to call you. What the Lord say in Isaiah 66:4? Let's read it. Because it's a calling, man. It's just like somebody calling on your phone, man. The Lord got to call you. And to tell you that, oh, I got to read this now. In Romans, let's go back to Romans. So you got these guys think they can go to some theological seminary and then, oh, I found Jesus. That ain't how the Lord works, man. The Lord got to call you, man. This is Romans 10:13. "For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, shall be saved. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?" Everybody believe in Jesus Christ, right? Everybody know the name Jesus Christ, God, Yahshua, Yeshua, right? Jesus Christos. Everybody know Jehovah and Yahweh and Elohim, right? Listen to how it's worded, man. Romans 10:14. "How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?" Everybody believe in Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ is over the four corners of the earth. Jesus Christ is over the four corners of the earth, man. okay, which is a demon, a Edomite named Cesare Borgia, man. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in whom? How shall they believe of him in him of whom they have not heard? You ain't hear about Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, till Elder Abba Bivens came on the scene. Till our apostles and elders. You ain't hear about Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Again, it say, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? How you gonna preach the word of Yahweh Shema Shah if the Lord ain't call you? You have to be called to the truth, man. You can't just wake up, go spend money at a theological seminary, then you teaching the truth. No, the Lord say, buy the truth and sell it not, man. Freely you received it, freely teach. You don't got to pay for the truth, man. It's free. That's why John 8:32 say what it says, man. Okay? The truth is free, man. But you got these guys think that you could just buy your way into the kingdom, or you can buy your way into the truth. No, man. You have to be called, man. That's why Yahweh Shah said this in John 6. And 44, you have to be called, man. And the only ones understand this is the babes, man. This is John 6 and 44. It reads, no man can come to me. No man can come to me. But here it is, you got these guys that go to these theological seminaries, these theological cemeteries, and say they found Jesus, man. No. Yahweh shall say, this is John 6 and 44. No man could come to me except the Father which have sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. So all your TD snakes and Deflo dollars, the Lord says he's going to raise up the men in the last days, man. Okay? You have to be called, though. You have to be called to this. This ain't something you can just, like, you can just turn a switch on. No, the Lord got to turn your switch on. Yahweh Shema Shah have to reactivate you, man. You can't do this on your own. But we understand. Only the wise will understand. So let me close with this. Just what they call a spiritual rant. A spiritual rant with precepts. This is Matthew 13 and 9. And as the elder in Chicago went into the word parable in Matthew, which say a earthly saying with a heavenly meaning. Okay? Because parable, man. It's Matthew 13 and 9. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Yahweh Shah said, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. In Colossians 1 and 26, it said that even the mysteries that have been hid from ages have now been made manifest to his saints, man. Okay, to the saints. And the saints are Israelites. The only way you can be a saint, you have to be a Hebrew Israelite to be a saint, man. That's in Psalms 50, Psalm 148, Psalm 149. You have to be an Israelite to be a saint, man. So again, Matthew 13 and 9, Matthew 13 and 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. You see? So therefore, Verse 13 is the Lord say, therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing, see not, and hearing, they hear not, neither do they understand. You see? Because only the wise will understand the parables, man. And it's plain. This ain't rocket science, man. This ain't Chinese arithmetic neither, man. Okay? The Lord made these parables plain to the whole flock of Israel. Them that's worthy. Them that qualify. So again, you have to qualify for the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man. You have to be qualified. You have to qualify for the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Lord, what's edifying? You got to give all praises on and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushua, Bahasham Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishops and elders, great millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready to accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth and believing this truth. But the four winds of the earth, the entire world, working on the whole elect. Shalom to the Aqua who are listening and learning. If you sisters are listening and learning, Lord was edifying. Until next time, I say Shalom. Ball, for tuning in. May Yahweh Shemah shall continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up.